Yep. Flint Creek and Little Black Creek are not state parks. Therefore, just like Flint Creek, more than likely Little Black Creek reservations. So it's no way.
Turn right onto North
The people, they just want money and they don't care. So you know my feelings on that. So anyway, I reserved Loop 9 tonight. And it's Tuesday until Friday, which I leave.
Turn right onto North
I'm sleepy right now. It's nap time. I'm gonna take a nap. It'll wake me up when we get there. This is Wiggins, leaving Wiggins. I did not eat at the Whistle Stop Cafe. I just ate some Wendy's.
Head south on North Magnolia.
Alright, Paul B. Johnson State Campground. Oh, been a long time I haven't been here, so I don't remember, but very little. Everybody here, everybody here. Okay, don't take this road I just took. That's not the part of the campground. Okay, nobody's here. So let me see what this says. Cabins, campgrounds to the left. Alright, take a left at this lake. It's a nice lake. I got a lot of lake to ride in. Alright, so campgrounds are this way. This is Johnson State Park. This is interesting. This is interesting. The lake's higher than the road. Or is this the dam? This is interesting. This is weird. I don't remember this. Yeah, this is the dam. Well, if you're in a boat, you're just going up on the highway. Second bridge. I don't know, I'm starting to see houses. I don't understand. Takes a loop that way. There's a house there. There's a house there. I don't understand. Pavilion splash pad. Campgrounds. Park, bookmark, swimming pool, office. Cabins. I don't know where I'm at. Alright, I'm shooting on the memory. My physical memory ran out. Okay. This is the office. Give me a map, which is right there. There's some campers. I'm gonna pass right by them. And I go all the way over here. Take this right here. They say a bear hanging off of something. Goes this first loop, and I'm number 9. There's the lake. All right, let's see where we're going. All right, these are the camp pull-up campers on this side. On this side, these are, I guess, cabins. Wooden cabins. isolated per se with trees. It's more open. Alright, let's see. Not this one. It says tent camping. What the heck is that thing? And the way for. I don't know what road, but it's the only road I can figure out. Oh, there's the bear hanging on the sign. Like I'm gonna see that. It's been a long time and I don't see nothing that I remember. Yeah, I'm in number 9. Campsite 1. Alright, I can curve here on the lake side. Campsite ain't too much, but that ain't, hope that ain't wrong. Oh, that was 1. There's one right here. Number 9, just okay, that's where I'm at. That's pretty good lake right there. Good. Perfect. Okay. We just make a loop. Campers, campers, campers. Here's another one. That's not bad. 15 and 16. That's perfect. 15 and 16 is perfect. I like one. Alright. Okay. That's kind of it, dude. Well, I know there's some other camping areas, so I'm in the first loop. Let me get settled here. Start unpacking, blowing up my load. Getting a ticket for not having a fishing license today. I ain't gonna fish, I'm gonna fish tomorrow. I got a license, I gotta use it. Okay. Alright, campsite 9 in loop 1. The first loop as they call it. Ran my extension cord that I use at the pavilion to the lake. I unpacked all my stuff. I packed it and now I gotta unpack it and unpack it, and I'm bringing my van downhill next time to pick this stuff. So I gotta walk down the hill. It's stupid. Alright, get ready to put it together. Alright, bought this at the dirt cheap place. Maybe for like $2 or something. It's a Coleman. Yeah, well it works. I gotta blow up the bottom first. Alright, I quit using it after about 2 minutes. I used my regular pump. It's just taking too long. I usually do. Alright, I gotta put a hole in my board. Not now, but later. Put this thing down. I haven't done that before. So I don't remember using this thing. Okay, here's the beach over here. Close to my campground. This is that little island you can walk to with a little wharf, dock. I mean. You and this is by the people who are swimming. I get a leak right there where I patched it. I don't have my patch kit in yet. It's in the van. I just so I can remember, this cabins are right there on that clear bank. Beach is right there, the little island. And that's your walkway to this little island. Alright, I'm gonna scope it out here. And this is a nice campground right by the lake, closer than what I am. And I think I passed by these. Yes, these wide deal. Had that little railing there. Where you go, they got geese and ducks and geese. Alright, got a little pier right here where you park your boat, I guess, but I don't see a boat launch. They're pretty close to the lake as well. Kind of rough getting to it though. You have to park your boat on this pier thing. This campsite by the lake, but a little rough getting to it. You can get to it, but it's a little far. Another little pier. Little boat launch, just a little pier after this clump of grass goes away. You can see campers up there. That's a good camp spot right on this point. All of these are right by the lake. Nothing but old people. Well, it's true, I'm old too. This must be another loop, I guess. I'll have to look at the map. I think that sign says primitive area. Yeah, that's what it says. And about a lake. Oh, well, yeah. But not as, I don't like these. Yeah, these don't have that many shade trees in your camper's farm. I believe this is the end of the campground because I see no more campers. So far, I don't recognize any of this place from 1984 or whatever it is when we came here with Phil and Lisa Crabtree. It rained, it thunderstormed, it lightning, all that good stuff. People put us in a cabin. We were in tents in my van, my brown van. That's how long ago that was. But anyway, I don't recognize anything yet. I do remember one thing, and I'm headed back. I'll go a little further towards where the main office is. I know there was like a big pier or pavilion, something by the lake. So I'm gonna have to check it out there. Alright, this is like in the picnicking area, their little beach, and you swim in this area, you climb down a ladder. Alright, so Wednesday morning, it's about 9 o'clock. I got up at 7. Went looking for a bait store, grocery store. This place is in the middle of nowhere. Where Flint Creek's, Wiggins, and there's, town. You got grocery stores, gas stations. This place is in the middle of hick town, nothing. There is no town. So anyway, you can get ice at the main office. They'll sell fishing license, but they don't sell any bait. There's nearest bait shop. They told me how to get there, 4 miles or so. I have to go back to Wiggins to get them dang worms. So I don't have any worms, so I got my fishing license. Here's the layout of the land. The entrance is over there. You got your boat launch, the beach, then your cabins start. And that's the cabin section. Oh, that little big hill right there. Then it's campers. I'm in that little cove right there. It's campers. You can see the campers. And campers all the way till over there. So I'm against the other side, the bank of this lake. So I kind of get a big panoramic, can't say a word. And that's kind of where it's all on that one side. There is a road that goes over there. I'm not sure. I'm going to go investigate. I did reconnaissance yesterday afternoon, so now I'll kind of know the lay of the land. So far I ain't got a bite. Of course, it's only been 10 minutes since I started fishing, but I'm using this artificial grubs, grubs. Yeah, it's a grub. Brent told me some kid was catching it on grubs. I'll show you what grubs looks like. Grubs. I got the fluorescent ones and I got the regular white ones. Now, Brent said the little kid said it was grubs and jerkworms. Now, I don't know if the kid named it a jerkworm and it's something else, but I went to 3 places. Y'all got jerkworms? They thought I was crazy. Jerkworms. So I looked, everything. Nothing said jerkworm. Okay, I'm gonna troll with this thing. All I know is the hooks and rubber boats don't get along. I think I know things. Alright, I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna just ride. See, I'm trolling. I got my fishing rod and fishing rod holder. Trolling. That's why they call this a trolling motor. So a guy can troll. You don't have to just throw the darn line out and just sit there and watch a stopper or whatever. Alright, I'm going towards the entrance area, part of the lake. I'm just scouting out, doing a night saver reconnaissance here, trying to check out what's going on, where I'm at, get the lay of the land. Alright, again, I'm across on the other side of the bank, going towards the entrance way. I'm not really sure what this is. I'll probably get a better idea. I don't know if it's a cabin or what it is. It's kind of isolated here. There seems to be a little pavilion up there. Looks like a ranger's house or wildlife and fisheries. Got more wildlife and fisheries trucks over here than you can imagine. I think they all live here for the state of Mississippi. I'm not sure what this is. There's a cross. It's either a church or they crucify people here. But it don't look like a cabin. Meeting room, church, I don't know. It's all about lonesome over here. Curious. Alright, moving right along. Look like another ranger's house up there, I think. Or cabin. We'll see. Okay, here's another FYI idea, whatever. I need to, some kind of way, maybe build something that I can tilt the solar panels in the direction of the sun, because really till the sun's directly over or pretty much in that area, I don't get full amperage. Right now it's about 10 o'clock. I really can't read that, but I notice it just doesn't do well until mid, which makes sense. Alright, I don't know what this is either. Alright, this was after that trip. I had my ideas, and that's what I did. Got this PVC piping. I added this extends the width of the boat for the rain protection. Basically, same fittings and all that. And the part that was on top, of course, so the panels go on top as they did before. And this handle right here, bolt goes through and through here. And then basically, when I'm sitting here, I just turn this to put this in position. Basically, if the sun's way over here, you would leave it on that side, and the sun's on that side, of course, vice versa. And I don't know if I really want to go that route. I put these Velcro tabs and also put them on the solar panels, which right now I have them over there, just temporarily just charging batteries. But I can, as you can see, I've got more real estate now. If I don't want to use this to aim solar panels, and I'm limited to about 4 of them. Here I can put a lot more. This would be 1. This is 2. But anyway, and of course, got this Visqueen's very thick mills. And what I did is I ran a PVC pipe, small, 1/2 inch. And really, you just like window shade blinds, pull this up, and there you go. So I can do that from position I'm sitting here, and I have the same thing there, the PVC pipe. And again, the rope, there's 3 ropes. One goes to here, one goes to the middle, one goes to the... Use a hot glue gun to kind of do an upholstery type of deal here. And then you can buy these, well, I bought these at Walmart, these little eyelets. Put them there. And it's a work in progress. And also I did put a hole, as I mentioned in the video, where I can access the tube where you inflate the bottom in a tube. So it's just a little metal plate and a Velcro where it sticks. So I did that. I also put, working on lighting. I have a PVC pipe here. Alright, for the lighting, got this 1/2 inch PVC pipe. It runs the length of this, and of course under the torque, under this plastic thing. The Velcro here is actually, I glued it right there, and this wraps around the existing pipes that are underneath there. And I put the Velcro where it can, you can just strap it down to hold it down. Now, on this PVC pipe, it's an RGB LED lighting system. Basically, you can get any color you want. And I'm actually getting ready to work on this right now. There's a ground, a red, a green, and a blue. And I'm gonna have 3 switches to make red, green, or blue, or a mix of those colors. And white is all 3 on. It runs the length of this. That way I have inside lighting in here. I can have white, I can red, I can, certain colors. This is just a hook on here, kind of keep it from going up and down, and the front just has just an L, put it down. That way there's no way I can do both of them. Well, I could, but it'd be a little of a problem putting it on. Anyway, getting ready to work on this, so get this thing working. I bought the clips on some of the spots where I don't have to put a screw through it, and really all it's just a push through, and I'll kind of use an epoxy to hold it on the back. You don't need to do that, but that way it's just a snap, and I did the same thing on this one basically. It's a pretty big whatever it is. Could be like an indoor pavilion, meeting room, something like Flank Creek. I'll have to ask about that. Okay, here's a little pier like, but this does look familiar. I remember a pier being U-shaped like that. Or some type of pavilion. Which there it is right there. So this does look familiar. From 1984 or whatever, somewhere around that time. This was what I kept looking for, but I hadn't seen it. But again, this is on the other side. And again, I do remember something of that. Okay, it's into the edge of the lake right here, so I'm kind of turning. This is the road that goes to that pavilion thing and church, whatever it's called. And I think this is the picnic area or something like that, going fishing. Alright, this is the entrance. So the edge of the lake's right here. This is where the person didn't show up to work yesterday. I'm serious, that's what they told me. So that's that little, right when you come in, nobody was there when I entered yesterday. Alright, so let me follow the bank along the road that goes into the park. I figured out this is the shop where they have all the lawnmowers, because that's where they all come and go. Alright, this is where their little intake for water, like the one at Plank Creek. Coming up to where the water went over the road on this little bridge. Sort of like a little waterfall. Just gotta make sure I don't keep going, I'm gonna wind up on the highway. Don't fail me now, motor. I'll land up on the highway. Oh Lord. Getting caught in the weeds right now. Alright, this is the picnicking area. And this is their swimming play like beach for the picnickers. Sand, but you got a bulkhead. And you got a ladder, a step to get in the water, and you swim. A little weird. A beach with a bulkhead. They're getting ready to go swim in the bulkhead. Looks like another park ranger's house up there. Alright, there's the main office. You can buy ice, fishing license. I think there's a splash park right here. Where all the kids yelling, you can hear. It's not the playground right behind the office. The weather lied. They said it wasn't supposed to rain till 4. It's 12. So I got my blue tarp. Really a crabber now. Alright, I went swimming there before the rain, and after the rain, of course, I put up the tarp and went swimming again just to kind of break the monotony. So anyway, it's kind of weird, the weather. It's cloudy over there, it's not over there, so just a little passing shower there. Anyway, I'm going to try to troll with my fishing rod again. Ain't got a nibble, ain't got nothing. There's no fish anywhere in Mississippi. Alright, again, the beach, the boat launch. 3 weird looking cabins. 3 weird looking cabins. And they got the regular looking cabins right there. Okay, I'm at the end of the, well, I could probably go under that bridge, but it's starting to look, I couldn't fit. That's the first problem. But this is the road, the exiting back, outside the back, or exit, whatever you want to call it, the campground. I'll be passing on that road in a little bit. Today is not a good solar day. You can see. Not a good solar day. Alright, I'm going, it's 2:54, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. On my way to get some worms and some groceries. Kind of gave me directions. Anyway, I did the beach and all that, like I said, and then I went ride the boat. Went all the way to the bridge. After that, I turned around and a storm from hell, well, the wind. So I could see the rain far off, so I put my tarp. I put my tarp. My tarp acted like a sail with gusts of 200-mile-an-hour winds blowing me everywhere, almost under the bridge. Caught in the dang, their lilies have strings that get caught all in the prop. So I fought it, the wind's blowing me, blah, 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 the whole bit. I mean, it was just maddening. And some guy saw me and he came with his boat, wanted to know if he could haul me back. At that time, I finally got out the stringy lilies with the strings. I'm serious, they look like red strings. They get caught all up in your prop. So, fought it. Finally got all the way back to the campsite, and it's lightly drizzling. Because it never rained. Could have done without the tarp. Alright, we're doing some chopping trees here. He had to get out of my way. That's cool. So alright, so I'm going to find me some worms. Then I got another license for tomorrow. That way I'll fish with worms. They didn't check me today. Ticks me off. Did all of that for nothing. Alright, on my way. Alright, the directions was come to the first red stop and keep going to the first stop sign, and then go to the second and take a left. Alright, this is the second route. I can't go no more. I gotta go right or left. Alright, I was on Geiger Lake. This has no street name. About 4 or 5 miles, bait shop, a little bit further, grocery store. Let's see if they know what they're doing. Alright, this place sells fish worms, but they're out. And that's what I was going to fish with. I'm going to have to go to Wiggins to get my dang worms. Which I ain't doing that. So let me find the grocery store. So just keep going up this road. The first place I stopped at, I didn't video, was the bar room. I thought that they sold bait there, but alright. So when I bought the fishing license and Wiggins when I left, I could have bought it 3-day for 18 or 1 day for 10. Well, I just bought a 1 day, which was today. And if the fish were biting, everybody says they bite no worms. So I bought a license for tomorrow. I come to get some worms. They ain't got no worms. So I probably ain't gonna catch no fish with what I've been fishing with, artificial stuff. So I wasted $10, so it really cost me $20 for 2 days. And no worms. Alright, I'm almost crossing 49. I'm still on this road. I did look on my phone, and there's a Dollar General and another grocery store, right? And I gotta go past 49. So anyway, that's where I'm headed. I don't know how people get their groceries to eat. There sure ain't nowhere close around here. Ramsey's. Well, I didn't have to go all the way to Wiggins. I don't know what freaking town this is. See if I can find some worms too. There's a Dollar General right across the street. A Family Dollar from it. Alright, in search for worms. I practically almost went to Hattiesburg. Found another place, but I don't know if it's as close. I'm going all over the place to find worms. Dang worms, all it is for some worms. Could have bought them in Wiggins before I left. Thought they have them here. Oh, you gotta go all over the place. I'm in the town of Dixie, according to that water tower. Dixie, looking for worms. I think this is it. Live bait, good God. Gas went up since I left. It's been $1.90. See how long I've been driving? Okay, I got 2 packs of worms now, 2 different kinds, and a pizza. Drove that far. Now I gotta figure out how to get back home. I mean, back to the campground. Finally back to the campground. It's 4:21. I don't know how long that took me. Okay, this spot's not by the lake. 2 is not by the lake. 3 is not really by the lake. Kinda. Yeah, I guess you can say. But 4, no, this is 5. Alright, this is interesting. I talked to this guy, well, he talked to me. They're sleeping in that thing. This is number 7. And of course, I'm right here at number 9. And the bathhouse is right there. Yep, he supposedly slides this boat he's got. It's not inflatable. Thick in his van. Under something. But they sleeping in that. So you see, I can build something like that. Just hold up behind a van. Interesting. Yeah, he slides that boat. Aluminum little boat. In the van. Under something, he told me. He's got an antenna. Outside lights. No windows though. Gotta be homemade. I didn't ask him. Alright, I'll show you how I do this for camping. Still a mess. Okay, I have a stand-up upright air conditioner here. And I usually push it here. These curtains all kind of block from the driver's side because the exhaust system, it's hot. So I'll show you how I put the how I exhaust out the van. Alright, so I got the key in my ignition, pull it where, and what I've got here is something I had made a while back. This fits in the window. Usually gotta put it from this side first. It just slides up in the groove. There we go. It slides up there, so rain is falling out. It just broke right here. But it doesn't really matter because this is how it Alright. So the wind that has it, turn the key off. Alright, so I think I had a little idea here. I need to put something where I can turn and catch this to hold it, because the one that's just jammed up against, and I had a little notch, but I don't think it's even in the notch. I did have it. I should notch it out more. Alright, but basically what I do, and this hose right here is the drain of the water. Just like any air conditioning condensation. Alright, so this goes right here. It's a little tight. I got a little slack that fits in there. And this all came with the this air conditioner. Alright, so it just slides in there. Close the door. Close the door again. Alright. Again, this came with it, so basically for rain and everything, it well, I don't know. Rain would get in there. Boy, who cares? It's the blower. Alright. And that's really all there is to it. Other than that, when I get ready to go to sleep tonight, just turn it on and lock all of that up there. Yeah, I know it's a mess. And yet I straighten it out. Alright, I'm gonna go for a boat ride and just lay out the campsite. If I hadn't done this yet, of course you got your picnic table, got my stuff ready for fire. I hadn't done that yet. Last night I was so dang tired. So this is really it. And you got, you know, walk down to the where my boat is over there. And when I go to pick up, I'm just backing my van up over there so I can load that up, because that's a pain coming uphill. Alright, my coffee maker, which I totally forgot about, I made coffee when I left. Turn that off. That's it, it's a 12-volt coffee maker. And that's how I get my coffee. Okay, I got my fighting worms. Now let's fish on the lake again. It's 5 o'clock. Another hazy look. Nothing real threatening. See what we can do. Well, it rained, but I was close to the bank, so I'm just gonna, it's 8 o'clock. It's gonna dark in a bit. Alright, I'm gonna just cook a little bit. All I do is work my 12-volt frying pan, unplug the coffee maker, which is a 12-volt coffee maker, and just plug it in the same cigarette lighter. And I just turned it on, so let's see how long it takes. Probably ask me, what the heck is that? And I don't know. Since I got here Tuesday, I like put some wood. I've been throwing, you know, paper, stuff I can start the fire. I never got a chance. Last night I was too tired, I had to go to bed right when it was about dark. And so tonight, it rained, so all it is wet paper and wet wood. Anyway, this is it. And that's where I sleep. I slept good last night, actually. Could have slept in the van instead of the cabin. Got my little white lights. Okay, it's 8:07, just 7 minutes. It's cooking. I put butter in there, so that's what you see bubbling. It's bacon, and I don't know what that meat is. I just bought it. 12 volts. So the fish do bite on worms. They take my bait a lot. I caught one little bitty perch. say, I don't know how big, but not enough to eat. It wouldn't have filled me up. A lot of misses. They just steal my bait. So I feel okay that I got my worms. At least I'm having some action, regardless of whether or not I'm catching anything. Alright, still cooking. It's 15 minutes since I started my 12-volt frying pan. I'm gonna go ride the boat tonight. This is what passed over us. That's where I'm at. And Wiggins is right here. So you see it's about a 20-minute. I'm right next to 59, and when I go home, that's what I'm gonna take. Now I drove all over the state of Mississippi looking for some dang worms. I got them. Still cooking. That's what it looks like. It's about getting dark. More campers have been coming in. People tenting. Mostly RVs. See my pipe, my exhaust for the air conditioner. I don't have it on yet. I do it when I go to bed. Okay, I believe it's done. It's 8:37, about 35 minutes. I think it's done. Alright, I'm on the lake finally at night. Doesn't have that same ambiance that the other one does, because everybody's out in the open. Anyway, let me go all the way to where the campground ends and come back. So this is at the end of the campground. Basically all you guys, your campers and street lights. Alright, just footnote, need some type of way to drop the tarp down like curtains. And also need a cup holder in this dang thing, because I spilled waters and drinks everywhere. Need a cup holder. Trying to get in the light here. Alright, this concludes the night trip. I'm at the boat landing. There's not going to be too much more after this. It's all dark. Well, this is kind of what I've been dealing with. It started raining last night. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's 12:30 noon. I just slept. I let it rain. I decided to go fishing around 2-ish. It's 3:10 now. Of course, you can see my tarp. It's drizzling. It wasn't a while ago, but you know, you saw the radar. It's gonna be on off, on off. So I'm going across the other side to try to fish with my worms. I got my worms. I got my license. I got to fish. Yep, need to build something where the tarp is under the solar panels, so that way I'm not covering them. Even though there's no sun, it could still be charging if it's an on-off type thing. Yeah, don't get no better than this. Before I came out fishing, this guy the ones that were sleeping in these tents and makeshift tents. They came up to me and wanted to know if I slept in this boat, this raft, last night. And I said, you know, because they had a tarp over it. And because he saw this little, I call it a fish knife, hanging around my neck, wanted to know if I was a survivalist. And I can tell probably by their tent stuff when they did, there wasn't the Club Scouts or Boy Scouts, they were a little survivalist club. So I said, no, I don't want to survive, I want to die. And he didn't say nothing for a while. So no, I didn't sleep in that raft last night. I slept in my van, I have air conditioning. I said, that's how much I'm gonna rough it. I said, I'll rough it, but surviving? No, I just want to die. So he left. I've caught so far since Thursday of last week. Today is Thursday this week, 1 week. 2 little bitty perch. I figured license cost me for those days, these days, the bait, tackle, stuff like that. I could have went to McDonald's, got a fish sandwich, a bunch of fish sandwiches. But it's just the ambiance of fishing. Obviously, I don't know how to fish. Everybody else is catching fish around here. I just don't know. They say jerkworms, gopies, and all kind of weird names. Worms. I got the night crawlers, the fat worms, the little worms, the happy worms. I didn't get no jerky worms, but anyway. That's it. 7:30 and it started raining again. Well, it rained earlier, so I done had enough of the rain. Another camper. That's not camping. I had a trailer behind the camper, hauling a golf cart. You know, there's another camper moved in today. Alright, it's just raining all day. And I'm cooking, but I'm cooking. I got a cigarette lighter underneath. And that door's open and I was cooking. I got a little place where I can put it, but it started drizzling. So anyway, I just put it right there. Now, battery charger is, now I have a battery, but the battery charger helps with all this amperage being pulled. Because we didn't have any sun today. And so I know my batteries. Now what? I did that. Alright, lights are back on. I have a breaker that gets hot, it turns everything off, main power, and that's what happened. Can't run the coffee maker and this. Now I'm cooking that meat I can't identify. Butter, bacon. I can throw an egg in there, I don't know what it's called. But, yep, that's footnote. Can't run the coffee maker and they both have heating elements. And basically too much amp draw, so I turned this off. Did all my clothes. The laundry thing. I was done. Alright, good morning. It's Friday. I got up around 7, picked up everything. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I picked up everything, took a shower. I'm gonna do my routine, scan the trailer park, scan the campground to find the best spots. Going against the map. Okay. Okay, this is loop 1. I'm going to be hitting 28 right there. Nothing but a lake. This is all inland. To my right, this is 29. This is the entrance exit. Alright, so really this would be the beginning. That's not there. Bathhouse, got a laundry deal, washer, dryer, shower. Alright. It's number 1. Number 3, no 2. This is 2. Again, you don't want to have access to the lake. This is 3, kinda. 5. Number 7. This is where I was at. Number 9. Pretty much this is all the lake sides. This one is not. So you're on 11. Well, that's a fogging up. Bathhouse, shower. 12 is right there. And that's number 13. Okay, by the lake. Yeah, let me show you where I'm at on the map. Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I shaded 9. That's the bathrooms, restrooms. Okay, now we'll be going 15, 16, 17. Sorry about the fog up. I'm trying my best here. This is 15, real nice by the lake. A little bit of seaweeds. Number 16, right there by the lake. Perfect. 16 would be a perfect spot. 17 as well. Number 18, again, all by the lake. This one is by the lake, kind of on the edge there, 19. Other than that, that's it on the lake side. And I'm going to be going out the exit. So that was loop 1 that I just did. Now I'm going to be going right here and going this way and hit the second loop. Alright, if you can see this campsite's 30 through 63. Bathhouse right there. I'll be taking a right. See what's by the lake. This is not by the lake yet. It's like 36, 35. This is 48. The lake is right there. Got a little dock. Got seaweeds. 50. Access to lake. Like this has got a deal, and you know, with the water lilies, which they got strings. And this one has access to the lake as well. This one 51. I'll show you the map where I'm at. See it. Okay, I came in, went around. There's the wharf. We'll be going up and then taking this other little loop. I guess it's still considered loop, second loop. Alright, get the fog out of the way. Put the lens against the air conditioning to be waiting on this camper to back up. Must be 51. Okay, bathhouse is right there. Alright, there was a loop here. Which way's the one way and which way is not. So let me just do it this way. Alright, that's that loop I just went through. Lake's got a few spots. Look at the lily willies. Not by the lake. I see that road down there. I know there's some old campers. I saw them from the lake. Just got to figure out how to get on that road. Alright, this is this loop. Alright, I have to exit this thing. It's the only way I can do it. taking a right. A little bit further. Now I know these are on the lake. They're it starts with 64 all the way down to 80 something. They just call this a straightaway. I don't know that I'd call it a loop. I guess they don't do it. That's why they don't call it a straightaway. Okay, come down here. This was gonna start 64, 65 all the way. There's the lake, on all the way down. There's 64, odd numbers to the right. Okay, 65 is on the lake. 67. 71. This side is just, I mean, you can still access the lake. Yeah, it's no big deal. Alright, here's some bushes. Alright, we got 77, 78. We're clearing here with a wharf. And the side, pretty close to the lake. Big deal, that's 80, 81. Alright, this makes the loop. Yeah, the perfect spot is this right here. Get that wind coming from this direction. Boy, don't get that breeze. Number 86. 86 is ideal. And 85, that's 84 next to Lily Willis. Alright, campsites 109 to 125. They are not on the lake. They're on the left side, not on the right side, as you can see. Got a primitive area back there. There's the lake. I mean, you can camp here, which is 109. Lake's right there, so you can park your boats, not a big deal. 109, 110. Again, lake's right there, edge of the lake, and the loop starts to turn. You still can camp here. 111, 111. Alright, it ends here. Oh, this is 112. Primitive area. Looks like you walk. You don't drive, I guess. I don't know. Okay, it's 115 right here. A bit too far from the lake. 118. 117. 20. 19. And again, primitive area. I don't know if you can walk, drive, or what. Let me see. It looks pretty primitive. I ain't going down there. This is where I'm at. They call it the new campground. That's what I was just saying. There's all your numbers. There's the lake. Okay. 124 is to the right. 125 is to the left. Alright, let me head back out. What they call the straightaway. Bet you everybody tries to get that one. That one right there. The 4th of July weekend. I looked on the registration thing. Everything's booked, pretty much all the sites. So they're going to be coming in. This is the view from this side. That was 77. 69, 67, and 65. Alright, let's head back. I'm gonna make a loop. And again, that's loop 2. Loop 1. I pretty much got it. There's one entrance into all these campsites. This is it. When you leave the office, I mean when you come through, and if you pass that little gray thing over there, like I did the first day, that is the exit. So it's one road that goes to all the campgrounds. Always remember that. That one don't look like it's access to the lake. Cabin 14A. Neither 13. You start to access it by 12. Let me do this. You got 12, 11. This is 11. Got a wharf down there. 10. We actually stayed in one of these, Phil, Teresa, Crabtree, England, and I, and Jesse and Rebecca. This is 9. But it poured down rain, and they put us in a tent. I mean, we put us in a cabin from a tent, number 8. It's number 7. Alright, they don't access the lake. Number 6. 5, they don't have access to the lake. 5 does not. Neither does 4. Alright, that one I did see. Yeah, those were the 2 down there. This cabin's 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if I can see them on here. I'm not sure. That's 1. No, that's 1. That's 2, and I think that's 3. The one on the end. That one. Very good spot. Alright, so dead end. Cottage 1, 2, and 3. That's what those things were. These are the camper just pull-ups, I think they call it. Pull your camper up. That's not camping. That's a parking lot. Alright, take a look at the Oh yeah, I'm checking out 9.
Okay, you're checking out?
Yeah, campsite 9. Alright. What y'all got here again? Game room and all that? Don't know what to do here. Got a game room. This is where the ice is in it. Game room, pool table, blah 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 blah. And there's the little playground. Splash pad is way over there. A little porch back here. And on the back porch. Let's see. Alright, on the back porch.
Well, and
The beach. That's what that was. Where the beach is.
oh, well,
Alright, and we gotta do this a lot. Spray for flies. So I don't want to bring any Mississippi flies back home. I don't want them migrating like they did the Nutra. They fly. I see a fly. Yep, damn flies. One thing they got in Mississippi is flies. Louisiana, we have mosquitoes, we don't have flies, and they have inmates here cutting grass. Okay, gonna be leaving, and to get home it says 166 miles, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Let's see if that's right. If this thing would focus, there's my mileage. There's a weird bridge. Don't fail me now, motor. I'm gonna just stop here, take a nap at the waterfall. So they're damaged the road. Damn road. That's about biggest you got. You got this, that, not even a gas station. I don't even know what it is. Okay. Came from that way, which was Wiggins. Now I'm gonna go north towards Hasburg, catch 50 now.
Head northeast on DeWitt Carter Road, South Lake Drive, toward US 49 North, then turn left onto US 49 North. Turn left onto US 49 North. Continue on US 49 North for 4 miles.
See, there's 59 right there. So right underneath the 49 was connects right there to 59. Alright, that's where I'm going. Alright, it's about 142. That's my mileage. Going on 182 in Five Below. I gotta get some gas and a few groceries because I'm going to Lake DeKalb Camp. That was a trip.